Shalom Alkims, Rukam Akapash, and GMS London, giving all praise Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakal Kodash, double honors unto the elders, the apostles of GMS, and honors that led to the brethren on the highways by his teaching the truth in all sincerity. Okay, another article here, and really just getting into Donald Trump and his influence, his reign as president of America, king of Babylon. Okay. And seeing where this all leads in terms of prophecy, man. We see here in this article, Trump's throwing tariffs around left, right, and center in the name of protecting American interests, right? But his decisions are affecting global economies, okay, which means that they're going to suffer because of these choices. That pro-America first stance is going to fuck up the economy for everybody else, with these tariffs that he's slapping on, like 25% on steel and aluminium and that. Okay, but just before I get into this article, another piece of news came out today about the US debt, okay, and it's just gone above 21 trillion, okay. And you'll see here that number continues to rise at quite a rapid rate. Okay, so they ain't coming back. Like we've been saying, America isn't gonna come back from the fucking dead. Okay, they're gonna perpetually end up being desolate, end up being destroyed. Okay, there's only a few on this list here anyway. There's only a few that are actually reducing their debt. Okay, and that's the likes of Sweden and Switzerland, Germany, Netherlands. Okay, they're the only countries on this list anyway that are actually reducing the debt. America is just going ahead first, man. This number just rapidly increases, man. Okay, so they'll never get out of that debt hole ever. Okay, and like we keep saying, the only reason why they're even able to get that far, because 21 trillion, that's no joke. I mean, Japan's 12 trillion. Alright, but there isn't anything close to that. Nowhere near close to that. Okay, which shows you that America is that great country, that great city that the scripture speaks about, man. There ain't nothing comparing to America, man. Okay, in terms of its consumerism and all this stuff, all the what's that word, man? The commerce that it does, man. There is nothing that compares to America. Okay, that's why America is Babylon the Great. Okay, not Vatican and all this madness, man. It's America. Okay, but just a quick scripture on that, because that leads me into the next article. Right, it says Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 6. It says, shall not these take up a parable against him and a taught in proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. Okay, and that thick clay represents that debt. Okay, unjust gotten gains. Okay, right. So shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be bruised for bruise unto them, because thou hast spoiled many nations. And that's very true. America it was founded on blood. Okay, and it continues to profit by blood and warfare and robbery. Okay, unjust gotten gains, right? This is because thou hast spoiled many nations, and all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee. Okay, so because all the fuckery you've done to these other nations, man, when they get the opportunity, okay, they're gonna spoil you. Okay, which ultimately ends up in your destruction. Okay, in this World War III. Okay, it says because of men's blood and for the violence of the land of the city and all that dwell therein. Woe to him that converteth an evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high. Okay, that's why America is that place, that nest on high. Okay, out of all of Esau's kingdom, okay, America is the pinnacle of his kingdom. Okay, at least for the time being. Right, it says that he may be delivered from the power of evil. Right, So thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people, and hast sinned against thy soul. Okay, and that's why ultimately America is going to be destroyed, and these Edomites, okay, the so-called white man, he's going to be extinct. Okay, after the judgment. Okay, after he served the time, he's going to be extinct. Esau's going to be done away with. Okay, but so these other nations, they're angry. They're angry with America, man. Okay, and you know, this goes into further angerment or enraging of these other nations, man. Because like I said, Trump's making these decisions that are affecting everybody else's economies and, you know, their livelihood, jobs and all that kind of stuff, and, you know, basically fucking other nations over by slapping these tariffs on, by, you know, slapping tariffs on these trades. Okay, stopping imports coming in and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, these other nations, they're gonna look at America, because this is prophecy. You know, this is what I'm gonna get into. But, you know, it could be through like these types of actions where these other nations that are meant to be allies with America and all this kind of stuff, they're gonna look at America, man, like, fuck America, man. Okay, fuck America, because that's what almost gonna happen. Because eventually in this World War III, okay, the allies of America, and, you know, they're gonna turn their back on America, man, and they're gonna attack America. Okay, and that's in the scriptures, so we're gonna get into that. But quickly, just reading into this article, right? It says Trump's proposed tariffs will lead to deep global recession. Okay, so hey, like we've been saying, man, hopefully Donald Trump's the guy to bring this World War III in, man, because he's gonna, you know, what he's doing, man, it could lead to a lot of chaos, man. You know, fucking up shit. Okay, which is gonna lead into that war. Now, if there's like a trade war going on, man, that's fucking everybody's economy up, man. Of course, you know, these allies are gonna pine away. Okay, because they're gonna have some sort of resentment because basically they're being fucked over. Okay. It says the World Trade Organization Director General has called on U.S. President Donald Trump not to impose hefty tariffs on aluminium and steel exports, saying it could cause a deep global recession. It says an eye for an eye will leave us all blind and the world in deep recession, Robert Azevedo told members of his organization on Monday. We must make every effort to avoid the fall of the first dominoes. Okay. Says last week, Trump announced that his country would impose a 25% tariff on imported steel and a 10% tariff on aluminium to protect American producers. But critics have said it would fail to boost jobs and risk starting a trade war with China. The U.S. oil and gas industry pounced on Trump's plan to slap tariffs on steel and aluminium, saying the controversial move will kill energy jobs by raising costs for big infrastructure projects. The Thursday announcement was also met with swift threats from the international community, including key allies like the European Union and Canada. Okay, so, you know, like Britain, France, you know, the whole block. Okay, the beast. Okay, which pledged to retaliate if Trump makes good on his plans. Okay, so Trump's controversial move also led to a drop in U.S. stocks, with the Nasdaq, S&P 500 and Dow declining more than 1%. U.S. steel, however, climbed 6% as investors eyed a potential drop in competition for American companies if the tariff plan goes ahead. Trump believes the tariffs will safeguard U.S. jobs, but many economists say they will destroy more jobs than they create. It will be 25% for steel and it will be 10% for aluminium, and it will be for a long time, he said. We're going to build our steel industry back and our aluminium industry back. He says, however, America's top energy industry trade groups, which rely on imported steel for drilling equipment, pipelines, liquefied natural gas terminals and refineries, issue statements calling on Trump to scrap the plan. Okay, so they don't think it's a good idea because of the reasons listed. Okay, so Trump is also facing resistance from politicians in his own party. Republicans have lobbied the president to reconsider his plans, but he has brushed off demands, saying we're not backing down on steel tariffs. Okay, so we all know that Trump's a rash and hard-headed individual, man, which, you know, can be quite dangerous when making the wrong decision. Okay, but, you know, we're hoping that a guy like this that's in office, man, will go head first into this world war. okay, that's being created, man. Okay, he ain't gonna shy away. He's just gonna, yeah, fuck it, let's go. You know, like he don't care what the outcome is for everybody else. Okay, you don't care. Okay. House Speaker Paul Ryan, the top-ranking Republican in the legislative body, asked Trump not to finalize his tariff plans, saying that such an action could badly affect international markets. We are extremely worried about the consequences of a trade war and are urging the White House not to advance with this plan. Ryan's spokesperson Ashley Strong said the new tax reform law has boosted the economy and we certainly don't want to jeopardize those gains. Okay, so they see it as a negative impact, but Trump, he wants to put it through. Okay, so but like I said, this can turn sour for the rest of the world economies, man, and sour ties with allies and all this kind of stuff, because they're gonna suffer for it. Okay, here in the UK, you're gonna lose jobs here because all the steel that's being made here is not gonna be able to go nowhere because America's not gonna be buying it, or at least we're not gonna want to sell it there because of the tariff. Okay, so now we've got steel that's going to be sitting here or having to go elsewhere, or not being sold at all, which means the production doesn't need to be as high as it is currently. So it's going to reduce production, which means you need less workers. So people are going to lose jobs. Okay, so affecting the economy, man. Okay, because there's money coming in. Okay, and this place is always teetering on a fucking recession all the damn time, and there's always closures, man. Okay, for something that's supposed to be recovering, man, there's a hell of a lot of fucking closures of businesses and that. Toys R Us has been one of the more prominent ones of late. Okay, but there's always businesses going under, man, going bankrupt. Okay, so this economy is not in a good state anyway. Okay, so this can have a real adverse effect, okay, which can lead on to many things. Okay, financial stock market crashes and all that kind of stuff, all that good stuff that prophecy speaks about. Okay, riots and all that kind of stuff. So Lord willing, we shall see what comes of this, man. Okay, just a couple of scriptures before I end this. Okay, first one being Revelation 17 verse 16. All right, let's go down. Okay, it says, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. Okay, so this is talking about the beast, i.e. the EU, aka the EU. Okay, and NATO, right? So they were mentioned in that article. Okay, so but eventually, what's going to happen during this World War III that's going to commence? Okay, the beast is going to turn its back on America. They're not going to be honoring their allegiance, okay, and they're going to hate the whore. These shall hate the whore, because America is the whore, okay, in the scripture. Okay, these shall hate the whore because America ain't bringing that into the world, man. And they're going to say, well, fuck America. America is going to become the bad guy in all of this, okay, and they're going to be destroyed. Okay, the Most High going to put that spirit on them to shoot their missiles at America, man. Okay, all right. It says, for God to put it in their hearts to fulfill His will. So, like I just said, the Most High going to put that spirit in them, right, and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast until the words of God shall be fulfilled. And the woman which thou sawest is that great city which reigneth over kings of the earth. Let me plug my charger in before it drops out on me. Okay, so yeah, that great city is talking about America, man. Like I just showed you with the debt thing. There ain't nothing that compares to America in terms of its consumerism and all that commerce that goes back and forth from America, man. So that is the great city in this world right now. Okay, which reign over kings. Okay, the presidency in America is deemed to be the top office in the world, man. Okay, the person with the most influence. Okay, so it is the country that reigns over kings, other nations, man. Okay, it's seen as that pinnacle, man, the leader of the free world. They like to dub it. Okay. Now, finishing off in Obadiah, right? Good old Obadiah. Okay, verse 7. It says here, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee. Okay, so that's all your allies, man. The people you thought you had what they call it, special relationships with, man. You know, UK supposedly got a special relationship with America, which is all bullshit. Okay, it's just business, man. Okay, and that's all we care about. That's why, you know, man, I do dodgy deals with whoever is willing to pay the money, man. You know what? You know how it is. All right. This is and the men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread, okay, because we did trade and we benefited off you, and vice versa and that. Said they that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding him. Okay, going back into what we just read in Revelation, man. The Lord's going to put that spirit in them, and they're going to be able to come to no agreement. That's what's going to happen. Okay, they're going to shoot their missiles onto America and lay that wound, man. Okay, that's why America is going to be absolutely destroyed with that thermonuclear fire. Okay, all these nuclear weapons that are lying around the earth right now, that's what their purpose is. That's what they're going to be used for. Okay, to destroy America. So like we were saying, hey, we hope Mr. Donald J. Trump lead us into that situation, man. Lord willing, we'll be out of here soon, man. So, with that, I'm going to say shalom until the next time. Shalom.